what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James from What's Your Forte, and today I'm going to be telling you about the 5 things that I like about my F90 M5. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so one thing I want to do before the video starts is shout out to Slow Speed for sending me out this dope hoodie. I haven't had a chance to really wear it because it's been kind of warm down here in North Carolina, but today was a little cooler, and I figured this would be the perfect video for me to showcase the hoodie. Hoodie feels good, nice quality. Special shout out again goes to you, Mike. Thank you for this hoodie. Y'all go subscribe to Slow Speed channel. He's making a lot of nice, beautiful BMW content that you guys need to see, all right? So now let's go ahead and get into the top 5 things. All right, so first thing I want to get into, the first thing that I like off the bat, this is where outside of the car, let's talk about that first, is the color. So I remember when Nosatech first dropped this wrap color on, they had it dropped it on a Porsche. I think it was a wide body Porsche. It was nasty. And I was like, man, that is a beautiful color. And I saw it I saw it like long ago when it first came out. When they dropped it, I think they dropped it at SEMA like 2 years ago. I saw it when it first came out. I said, man, that's a nice color. But I didn't really see anyone with the color. Didn't see a lot of cars with the color. And then me and my boy John, Thick Whips, we had talked about the color. And then I know that he ended up getting a roll, getting his hands on an actual roll. I think he was going to wrap one of his other cars with it. Ended up not using it. So then he posted it for sale, and I was like, hey, yo, let me get that roll. I think I got something. I got some plans for it. So then I hit up John. He sold me the roll, and then y'all guys know the rest is history. We went ahead and wrapped the car in a Nosatech Era Green. I think it just kind of really complements this car and the styling of this car. It's still classy and sporty at the same time, which is exactly what the M5 is. So the number one list on one thing that I like about my M5 is definitely got to be the color, the Nosatech wrap. So the number 2 thing that I like about my F90 M5 will actually be the sound. I love the way this twin turbo V8 sounds. As a lot of guys know, BMW inline 6s, it's an acquired taste, especially on the S55s. A lot of people prefer the N55 or the B58 over the S55. So but this engine, the S63, sounds glorious. I'll be putting in some sound clips right here. Guys heard it right there. Car sounds amazing, especially once you do downpipes. It doesn't even really need an exhaust, but if there's any exhaust companies out there that want to send me exhaust for free, I will put it on the car. So if you see this video and you want to send me exhaust, I'll put it on if it's free. Otherwise, I think the car sounds good the way it is. I don't really think it needs an exhaust. So this car, the way it is right now, especially with the intake sound, you get the exhaust sound, the burbles and everything, the way it sounds right now, it just sounds really good. And I haven't even really turned up the burbles at all. Like, this is OEM burbles that I have right now, and I think that's enough. I can only, maybe if y'all get enough likes on this video, let me get 100 likes on this video, I'll try out the aggressive exhaust burble tune, and we'll see how that sounds. I'll do a whole video on it if I can get to 100 likes. So if you want to see that, get me to 100 likes, and I'll do that for you guys, all right? So, but yeah, the way this car sounds, it's beautiful. You just can't go wrong with a V8, right? Can't go wrong with a V8. So the way this car sounds, that's number 2, definitely. All right, so number 3 thing that I really love about my F90 M5 is the sheer power of the car. Now, this car can make power super easy. A lot of you guys know I did have the G80 before. The G80 can make power as well. I did have a rear-wheel drive G80, so that kind of limits a little bit on traction. You do have some traction issues, and they do have the X-Drive for that. But at the time when I was looking at getting this or a G80, you know, when I was looking at even getting an all-wheel drive like M4, there wasn't any in this same price range I was looking for this car. I didn't want to spend a certain amount, so I ended up getting the F90, and I'm glad I did. One, because it costs less to actually tune. Well, it costs less to actually tune this car if you price in unlock and everything else. Because this is a 2019, so I could unlock it via the OBD using BM3 Pro Tuning Freaks and go ahead and start tuning and do what I need to do. If I had a G80 or got an X-Drive, I'd have to do the femtone unlock, ship it out, do all that. And you guys know how that process is. So, but just the sheer power that this car can make, even on 93, You guys seen the video making a little over 700 at the wheels just on 93, and then on E right now we're capped at 750. And that's just the modest tune. Because this engine is capable of so much more. The weak point, as we all know, is the rods. So as I talked about in my last video, I have been thinking about doing the rods. If you do the rods on these cars, you can make 900 wheel all day long, running in the mid 9s and the quarter. So that is just crazy to think. Now the rod job is expensive. The rods aren't expensive. It's just a labor, because they really got to pull the whole engine to do the rods if you do want to do that. So, but just to have the ability to do that in a car of this size, a car that can carry 4 rounds, super comfortable, especially for someone of my size and my family size, because my whole family's bigger people. So be able to carry 4 people, and then be able to go run 9s in the quarter and be able to do all that comfortably, while getting a massage and getting cool seats is just great, man. The sheer power this car can make and the potential of this platform is amazing, man. So I really do appreciate that about this car. All right, so the fourth thing that I appreciate and love about my F90 M5 is the uniqueness of the M5. So I would say, granted, I have mine modded very uniquely, but I don't see many M5s. I don't see many on the road at all. Probably mostly due to the price point of this car, but I don't see many on the road. And this car is definitely unique in the way that I've built it, inspected. I don't think there's another one like this in the world. So it's like a one of one. I love the GAX platform. So GAX guys, don't come for me. But we're starting to see a whole lot of them. It's the hottest car. It reminds me of when the GTRs first came out. It was like the super hot car that everybody was trying to get because of, the way you can make power and how capable those cars are straight out of the box. The total package, those cars are very hard to beat for the price range they're in, brand new. There's not really a whole lot from Audi or Mercedes right now that can compete with it if you're looking for a brand new car. So because of that, it seems like everybody's buying them. I see them all the time now in Charlotte. I can say all the time, but I do see a lot of them in Charlotte. I know a lot of people that got G8X. We see them online all the time. So, and you don't see a lot of M5s. And you don't see a lot of M5s that are modded. There's a couple M5s running around Charlotte, but hardly any of them got any mods done to them. They may have like a stage 1 tune, but not any visual mods or anything like that people have done to them. So the fact that I had this car modded and the fact that it looks the way it looks and the attention that I get from this car, and the uniqueness of this being a one-of-one build, I really do appreciate it and I really do like it. And that's one of the things that I do appreciate about this M5. All right, and one of the last things that I appreciate about my F90 M5 is these seats, man. First of all, they look great. I fit very comfortably in the seats, and they got heating, they got cooling, which the G80 did have, but the G80 didn't fit me like these seats. These seats are made for guys that are a little bigger, like myself, and then you can get a massage while you're going 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. You can't beat it, man. You really can't beat it. The carbon buckets look great. They're just not made for someone of my stature. The regular sport seats in the G80s were fine, but when I sat in these seats, I realized the difference, man. And these seats are so comfortable. When people sit in them, everybody comments on how comfortable these seats are, and just the way that they fit me and the fit and finish of them are great, man. So, what do you guys think, man? Y'all like them seats? Especially with this two-tone, with the brown, with the black, the way how it's done and the way it's executed. BMW did a great job with these seats, and I love them, man. It's probably the one thing that sold me on the F90 M5, even over the M8, because the M8 pretty much has G80 seats with a little more cushioning, and the M5 seats are way even better than those. So, these seats, yes, sir. All right, everyone, so that is my top 5 things that I like about my F90 M5. Again, if you guys want to see me max out the burbles, get this video to 100 likes, and I'm going to max out those burbles for you guys, man. So, again, I appreciate you guys watching. What do you think about my list, the top 5 things? Is there anything that I might have omitted or anything you might want to add to that list? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll holler at you guys later. And again, special shout out to Slow Speed for sending this dope hoodie out. I appreciate you, homie, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, fortified, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my niggas die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them niggas slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, now niggas doing dope.